Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Hermitcraft. Two more souls have demise, the graveyard is filling, and those two were the two brave souls that entered the dead quarters. Now, they didn't die inside of the dead quarters, but I believe that this building may curse all who enter, for all who entered are now officially dead. And if you have a keen eye, you would have also noticed that I have decorated this area over here. We've got a miniature crypt, we've got details like before, creepers falling off the edge, and even a giant bone tusk sticking out of the ground over there. We did that during our live streams, and the next one is on Sunday the 15th. This episode should be out before then, right? Anyway, inside of here, Grian and False came in, and as you can see, they activated some of the traps. However, they didn't actually solve the puzzles of this floor at all, and therefore didn't unlock the way to the next area. So some brave soul will have to come over here and try. Of course, the reward is all the locations of our traps. Traps which have claimed the lives of Grian and False, I believe. By the way, Scar has been doing Scar things again. I mean, this is just artistry level Minecraft. I need to take a moment to appreciate what Scar does. Look at this. It's like a painting. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, this is such a cool project. So what about the death bet shop? Well, two hermits are now out of the game, which means that their bets get taken and put in the pool with everyone else. So 4 more diamonds is actually not a lot of bets on Grian. And over here, False. Wow. She had the diamonds behind her there. Okay, 2 stacks and almost a half. And so the total now is going to be 3 stacks of diamonds up for grabs. Now, I'm sure that we'll probably be back in the graveyard later on this episode, but right now I'm feeling kind of Christmassy, you know. It's December and I'd like to work on a project that I actually asked all of you about, and it seems like an overwhelming amount of you want to see me finish off the mini golf project. So we're going to jump back into the Christmas district and make that happen. So it was about 3 episodes ago that I created that poll, and if you didn't catch that episode, then you might need a little bit of a refresher. We got this gorgeous building out here that I absolutely adore. There's nothing inside of it, but it leads through to the golf course, which is right here, and some of the holes have been completed by myself and some of them by other hermits, and what I realized we need to do is probably fill in some of these plots with just walkthrough areas, right? Because I ain't going to be able to make, I think there's like 5 of them in total, so we need to fill up a few more with something like this. So we got a tree in the middle. I might try and make it more Christmassy. And then we have a path around the tree from the last hole, which you exit through this water stream. You can walk around and then go to the next one right here. So we're first of all going to do that so we can kind of flesh out the course, make it feel more finished before we put in an extra actual course or two. What I got to do right now, though, is go grab some materials. I'm pretty much out of glowstone, which I'm using for lighting here, and I also need to get lots of green wool so we can make more carpet. So the first place we need to visit is my raid farm. Reason being that these witches drop glowstone. Now, the last time I was here doing some farming, I decided to do a little bit of an experiment, because after each session, I always have 2 chests full of emeralds, and I thought, why not add an extra couple down here? And funny thing is, this thing was also filled all the way to the brim. So all the sessions I've done where I filled up 2 double chests of emeralds, I could have at least doubled it, which is absolutely crazy. And in that time, as you can see, drops from the witches have also fully maxed out. And so we've got plenty of glowstone here. So I've stocked up from those witches a plentiful amount of materials, more than I need for anything right now. And from all that emerald farming I've been doing, I've got a whole shulker box's worth and then some. So, let's check the emerald store. I was walking past it earlier and look at this. Pretty much all of the emeralds have been brought out. Yeah, it looks like all of them except 2. That's incredible. Look at that. 216 diamonds, and that brings our total for the season to 3,007 diamonds. We passed 3,000. That's incredible. I can't believe just how successful this store is. You know, maybe I should have started with a higher price. Then we would have really made a stupid amount of diamonds. But anyway, I'm happy with this. This is good. Anyway, we're back over at the golf course now that I've picked up some materials. And this little section right here, the walkthrough, is finished. The green carpet looks fantastic. The problem I have right now is chest monsters. There is a silly amount of them. I think I'm going to rip them all up and put them in like a little underground work area, maybe somewhere down in this space, and then I'll have like a little hidey hole trapdoor thing I can climb down to get to them. We also have this fella in the way as well. Reindeer bait claimed by Derp. Now both Tango and Impulse are online, and I spoke to Impulse and he said it'd be fine to set this little guy free as they don't have any plans for him anymore. So off you go, fella. And with that done, our path is now complete from one spot all the way around to the other. And it's now got me thinking about the walls on the outside here. We've got these iron bars to divide the plots off. And I think that lanterns would look really cool on top of these. So I might go around and place a few of these every now and then. Probably actually going to put them in the corners and places that could do with lights, like the entrances. This bit over here would be perfect for a little lantern on top. But anyway, you'll see the walls are made out of stone bricks, and andesite, like a random block palette to look real cool. And I've actually run out of those materials, and I really need to tidy up the wall on this side over here where you can see certain blocks are exposed. So I was going to go rummage through my storage systems, but you know what? I think I got a better idea. Since we have made our share of diamonds this episode, it feels like a good idea to put some back into the Hermitcraft economy. So, Big Logs is not stocked up. That is unfortunate. I also wanted one of these over here. It's totally not stocked up at all. Okay, plan B then. Luckily for me, I have a few stacks of andesite and stone left, but I am dangerously low on these basic building materials. I need to set up a mine underground and do some digging again, but I've been using that to tidy up the edges of these plots and do things like put in the lanterns. I've been putting them on the corners of the plots and on top of the entrances here, and now we need to go around and tidy up some of the other plots as well and make them a little bit more uniform. For example, this one right here doesn't have the iron bars between, and we're trying to keep that consistency going so it's obvious where when you're playing where one hole ends and another one starts, which is what's happening right here. However, we've usually had like a little entrance thing like that, so I'm going to add that over here. So my fate now is just going around trying to find these inconsistencies and tidy everything up. This plot over here needs a fair bit of work, and there is some just out in the open redstone as well. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. There's also a pig in here hanging out. Another thing is the walls on the outside. You can see False did these ones. They look really good. And then over here where it hasn't been addressed, it just doesn't quite look as good. So I'm going to go around and tidy up all of these, of course. And there's a whole bunch of stuff over here. Redstone, signs, a hidden lake. Yes, I remember this. So while I'm working on the finer details of the golf course behind me here, I want you to cast your mind back a couple of episodes to where we trapped Doc M77's water elevator. Now Doc appears to still be alive, but I think I might be in a little bit of trouble as he has summoned me over to Area 77. So let's jump over to the footage I recorded of him earlier today.
Man, this is looking good, good, good. It's starting to come together.
Doc!
Really like the show. Whoa! Back up. Dude! Are you kidding me? You can't do this to me. I was just embracing the beauty of Minecraft.
That is a beautiful
Oh,
sight up there. It looked
you
like you were
dead
working
guys.
on something.
Yeah, but you dead guys are really soulless, man. Oh, man, God.
I'm sorry,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
just in my cold freezing blood, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss, by the way, of yourself.
It's
Um,
quite alright. I'm
Dude, I
used
have
to it
another
now.
loss to mourn. I have another loss to mourn, by the way, Mr. Assassin. I know
Yeah.
what you did. Come on, man. You rigged my elevator.
Well, I
Why?
didn't get you, clearly. You're still alive.
Yeah. There were some innocent victims. You claimed 8 souls, my friend.
8
So I think,
souls.
yeah, I think you're the most successful killer of the dead team.
Who? None of them were hermits, though, right?
No,
Oh,
no.
who did I
Poor,
kill?
poor, poor villagers. I think something went wrong with the pufferfish up there. It might have glitched out or whatever. I don't know. But,
Hmm.
when I checked, all the villagers were dead. And I don't think you left a spot where anything could spawn. I only can think it's the pufferfish. So technically, you
Well,
owe me.
does a pufferfish even attack a villager?
Man, that's a thing. What is your show called? Missbusting?
Yeah, I gotta make another episode. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty sure they were there before the pufferfish were there. I mean, I would almost be certain
Is this
they
guy
were
supposed
there.
to be a villager, or is he supposed to be a zombie?
He's supposed to be a zombie.
Ah, okay, so you can't do
You
a
see?
healing job, I see.
Okay, anyways. So now you owe me something, obviously, right? We have this gentleman's rule here on Hermitcraft. If something like that happens, you kind of make up for
Ah,
it, right? It's like, despite of demise, I mean, that's an overarching rule. We try to be nice here with
fair,
each other.
fair enough. Fair
Mhm.
enough. You want something then for your troubles.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I want some information. I mean, I know you guys are plotting. There's traps
Hmm.
everywhere. I might need to travel soon. My pickaxe is about to break, and I spent way too
Okay.
many diamonds in your XP healing shop. Just saying, check it. It's loaded.
I think I got something that might suit you well.
Oh,
How does
really?
the location of every single trap we've placed sound?
Wait, what? Every single trap we placed. Did
Yes.
I hear that right?
Yeah, we've made a list of all the traps, and it's located in our headquarters, the dead quarters.
Wait. That is
Hmm.
some serious snitching here. Are you sure you can do that, man? If they find out, I mean, I will not tell them, but
Yeah, well, I'm not
that,
going to tell them. No, no one else is listening into this conversation. Clearly,
yeah,
not another soul. Not
no,
you.
nothing.
Nothing.
Um, yeah, okay, okay. I mean, that sounds slick. So, where is it? Like,
It's in the dead quarters. You know,
oh,
just go into there and it's on the top floor. That's all you need to know, really. But I wish
I
you'd
hope
like.
it works.
Well, I wish you something. I wish you.
Wait a
I don't,
minute.
my mind couldn't make up whether to say I wish
You
you
are
well
a
or I wish you
little,
good luck. Okay,
you are acting a little bit suspicious, aren't you? Is there
maybe.
something?
I just want to know that we're even, Doc. As I cautiously back away here, we're even, right? Now that you know where
We'll,
all the traps are listed,
I don't know yet.
we're even, buddy.
Oh,
And I'm gone.
all right.
Run away. And so there it is, my friends. Another hermit is being lured over to the dead quarters, and the two that ended the first time around have since demised. I don't know about you, but I think this place just might be cursed, which is fantastic, of course. So while you were watching that, I was working on the mini golf course, going around doing so many small details, just putting in iron bars, lanterns, replacing those stone walls with andesite and stone bricks. And so you'll probably spot a few of the things that I've done here. There was also a plot that I added in some dark oak trees just to make it so that there's less golf courses overall, and we'll actually get this thing done before Christmas and be able to play it with the other hermits, which is a plan that I have. Now, when will that happen? After we finish building the golf course, of course. Yes, I said that twice. Anyway, Cub Fan and False have expressed interest in building more golf courses over here, so we've reserved 2 plots for them. And then I'm going to build one more over on this one, which I've actually dug down. The reason I've dug it down so far is because I thought it'd be really cool to do like a multi-layer golf course. So there'll be like an underground and above ground area, and I have no idea what it's going to be yet, but we'll get on that soon. I've also got to preserve this down here, which is like the tutorial area, so got to keep that in mind. As you can see now, this area has been covered up, and that's because I've gone and just decorated this little area. So that's out of the way, and we don't have to worry about it. So I've kept things real simple and clean, and it's got a very nice vibe, this room. You know, dark oak for the ceiling, spruce for the floor, and a carpet in here. Yeah, it's all very clean and welded up, and a nice little room. So now we're all prepared to create the golf course, and when it comes to the materials we use for its aesthetics, I want to change things up a little bit and use smooth quartz blocks, and also I'll probably change the snow and concrete that we got going on here. But let's focus first of all on the layout. So I want to go with something really simple to begin with. It's going to be a semicircle that goes under the HRN line and wraps back round over to here. Then there's going to be some sort of drop down into the area below, and then we'll start to introduce redstone and obstacles and whatnot. And so there'll be a few of those as you make your way around here to the end of the course, which is going to be this spot right here. This will be where the hole is. There's also going to be like a trick shot, so I'll make a difficult shot over here. If you get it into the hole, then a hopper will take it along, dispense it in this direction, and bypass some of the obstacles that are going to be in the way. So now with a little bit of building, you can see where this is going. I think it's going to look really good to have this big old structure right here that's higher up and the rest of the course lower down. And the problem now is simply just running out of resources. Now, I know I've got loads of ice stashed back at my base because, of course, we've done the ice farms earlier in the season. But it's nether quartz. I think I'm pretty much exhausting my supply here. So we're going to have to go and see if I've got anything stashed away. This front, no problems with the ice. However, when it comes to nether quartz, yep, I've exhausted everything. And I think that the shops are sold out too. Let's go and have a check. Yeah, look at that. We're out of quartz here. It looks like we might have to go mining some in the nether. There is potentially another method we could use. Emeralds. Like, this is my own shop, so I can take what I need. I don't know how much I need, but surely that will be enough. And if ever you needed evidence of an abundance of quartz in one place, it's Python's base. That rhymed. I like it. Yeah, lots and lots of quartz here. How did Python do it? If you haven't seen this place before, it is, of course, through villagers who will trade quartz for emeralds. And what have we got going on here? There is some sort of strange party taking place in this corner. Lots of iron golems. Oh, all the villagers are gone. That's not good, unless they're now all over here. Do any of you trade quartz? Yes. See, look at this. Quartz pillar and quartz blocks. Now, Python is a good guy, and he's ended his season here on Hermitcraft, and I'm pretty sure he'd have no problem with me pinching some of this stuff, but I should get it myself, really. I shot him a message, but he's out at the moment, so maybe later on we'll be able to pick up some of his quartz if he's cool with that. For now, we've got to make our own, and I'm thinking I really need to get these iron golems out of the way. So I've set up these signs so the lava flows all the way to the edge, but then doesn't go down any lower. And that should mean that regular villagers can hang out down here and jump. Maybe they shouldn't jump, because I've just learned that I shouldn't do that. Turns out the placement of these beds are kind of important, actually. I thought the iron golems would have hit the lava just like that. Dude, did this one just spawn? I thought that was the last one. Okay, time to let these suckers out. I don't know how many of them got caught into such a small space. Like, the pig got in there as well, right? So now I guess a trading party can commence. Let's start getting some of these quartz blocks. Look, they want to sleep in the bed. No, this one's for me. Okay? So we can only trade 12 blocks at a time, which is why I guess there is a lot of them here. So we might end up just taking several trips back and forth, you know, so we can keep stocking up. I'm just running around checking their trades over and over again, because I can hear this sound effect, which I think is them interacting with their workstations and restocking. And every now and then one of them just restocks and I get a few more trades done. But as you can see, we've almost got 5 stacks of this stuff now. That is actually considered a bug in 1.14. In 1.15, which we haven't updated to yet, you'll only be able to trade with them 2 times a day. But anyway, we've got enough quartz to do this, and it's looking real cool. Just kind of how I pictured this big chunk of quartz lifting up out of the ground with a golf course running sort of above and below. Anyway, we've got some cleaning up to do. These spaces in between need the sort of snowy grass layout. And I want to put some lighting in here, and I'm actually going to go around and pop out some of these blocks and replace them with light sources. So they will slow the ball down when they go into the corners here, but they also provide light in the area. So there we go, these obstacles are kind of spaced out so they give light to the course. And I was going to do something more advanced with redstone and whatnot, but there really actually isn't a lot of space now that I've shoved this thing in. And I decided when you come through here, it's going to be like a trick shot, where you shoot through the hole, which actually might be super tricky. Hang on, let's try that again. You shoot through the hole. There we go, server lag. It is possible. It is possible to shoot through there. So I think both of these holes will lead to a dropper that will be positioned here. So it's extremely likely it will dispense onto the hopper. It'd be very unfortunate for it to dispense either side. And as I wander around here, you'll see that I've filled in all of the gaps and the plot is looking fantastic. However, I have been thinking this really isn't a very interesting hole, and I probably have a little bit more time. Fell down here. I have a bit more time to actually change this up and add in some interesting stuff. So now we're going to add like a third layer to this. When you go around the top there, you're simply going to drop all the way down underground and then later on come back up through this hole. And then down here we can have a lot of fun. So I've started to clear out some space and I've set up my ender chest and shulker boxes, And I think I'm going to take care of this on the live stream that we do on the weekend, which is part of the Hermitcraft live stream day, and that is on the 11th. So consider this another reminder. The last one was really great. Loads of people enjoyed themselves, and if you haven't been to a live stream before, I'd love to have you with us. Now, before we wrap this up, I have 2 more errands to run. One of them is signing up for Secret Santa again. 2 Secret Santas in 1 season. That is crazy. So all we got to do is rename a piece of paper and then chuck it into one of these dispensers. So now we got to head over to Concorp, and while we're heading over there, let's just enjoy the view of the beautiful Christmas area with the mini golf coming together. And out in front of me, look at Tango's base entrance. Absolutely wonderful. These dragons are just incredible. Oh. In fact, the whole area around here is fantastic, and that is what we are looking for, my friends. What do you think that is right now? I didn't expect this thing to actually be active. I'm going to turn it off and then fly across, because I think this is just incredible. My friends, I think that Cubfan might be the richest hermit on the server. I mean, look at these diamond blocks. I want to know if this is hollow or not. Okay, it's probably not hollow. I'm not surprised. Look down there. That looks like an actual diamond. That is so cool. That is absolutely amazing. I love this project. I just watched Cubfan's episode. He's made a diamond out of beacons. And when you turn it on, it's very loud. Where's that sound? Woo! How many beacons is this? Absolutely amazing. My friends, this is where we're going to wrap up today's episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you had, be sure to leave a like. As always, thank you for your support. And I'll see you soon in another episode of Hermitcraft. Bye-bye.